Hi Libra, we're going to do a good old-fashioned Celtic cross tonight. I have no idea whether this is love related or career related or spiritual related. We're just going to see what comes out. I'm also going to shuffle the cards the way that I used to. So for each position, we're going to let a card fall, literally. All right, so for cardinal air, Libra, you are the only sign that thinks in terms of we. Every other sign is I am, I have, I think. But Libra is we combine, you know. All right. So Libra, it's going to take this, we're going to look for the issue here, okay? So this card will probably just sort of fall out. What is the issue for cardinal air, please? There it is. So there's two. What I'm going to do is I'll just show you the, wow, this is going to be interesting. Ooh, we've got the Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. Okay. Now we're looking for the challenge. This is going to be one interesting reading. Challenge for Libra. What I'm going to do is get the cards out first. And then I'm going to do my analysis. The challenge for cardinal air, please. It's not on that side. Challenge for cardinal air, please. Whoa, there it is right there. Wow. There's two. Wow, this is going to be really interesting. King of Swords and the Five of Cups. Looks like there's some regret here by someone who made a not heartless decision, but a decision with very little emotion. Okay, that wasn't you, Libra. It looks like it was a Gemini. But we'll find out in a moment. What is crowning Libra's reading, please? What is the crowning energy? It's right here. Well, now, it is you. Amazing. Okay. Now we're looking for the subconscious influences, Libra, on your reading. Subconscious influences, please. There it is. Wow. Lots of static energy. Some competition there. We have the, we've got Saturn in Leo there. Oh boy. Okay, so we're looking for the recent past, Libra. In just a moment now, I'll begin the analysis. Oh, no. Okay, recent past for Libra, please. What is significant and relevant to Libra in the recent past? Significant and relevant to Libra in the recent past. I'm going to take this because I'm looking at this. Okay, a lot of Gemini on this reading, by the way. We have and some regret by a man. Okay, this is going to be very interesting. We've got Mars and Gemini there in the recent past. But that could be any sign. It's a man who's in deep regret. Okay, what's coming up in the very near future for Libra, please? Very near future. Very near future. I may speed this up now and just go to the analysis. There it is right there. Wow. Okay. What's coming up? Actually, now we're looking for the tools. What are the tools that will be most useful? One more. And it may fall out now. Okay, the tools for Libra. Libra's most effective tools. I'm going to take this one right here. I know exactly what that is because the card was burnt by accident a while ago. All right. And may we have these significant outside influences on this reading, please. What is influencing this reading from the outside? There it is right there. Interesting. Okay, may we have Libra's hopes and fears, please? Wow. And may we have the outcome, please, for Libra? May we have the outcome, please, for Libra? Okay, I'm not telling you what this is. I'm going to have to clarify that for sure. Wow, bottom of the deck. You. Okay, Libra, just give me a moment to absorb this. I'll be right back. Just before we begin, we are going to clarify the outcome. before I begin. And I feel like it's right there. All right. Okay, one moment, guys. Libra, I could be wrong, but I believe that this is a love reading. Let me explain. Libra, I believe you are trying to choose between two people. One of these people you may actually be married to. You may have invested in that person. And I believe that you're trying to make a decision between that person and someone that you love very much. And you're having difficulty because of your nature of trying to be fair to all. The issue, there were two cards to describe the issue, and it makes perfect sense why two were needed now that I look at the entire thing. So this tells me that when you originally invested in this person, although you may not want, to believe it, a little tiny bit of sort of wanting to win, a little teensy bit of selfishness may have been factoring in your decision. Perhaps the person had money. Perhaps they were the right, age, or the right race, the right religion. So you invested in this person, and you said to yourself, you loved them, you felt that you did. But I think that some Five of Swords energy factored into your decision to invest into this person. And this can be very difficult to accept. The person that was left behind may in fact be the same person that you're trying to choose between. They may actually be in this card. They may be one of the people that walked away, but it doesn't have to be. What's crossing you? What's making your decision? So obviously, the issue is, should I stay with the person that I invested in, the original choice, or should I move on to this person that I think you're very tempted to move on to? And in fact, you may have been seeing this new person sort of on the side. That could be why the Five of Swords is there. Your challenge, of course, is making this very practical decision. And, so if you make the decision, for example, to stay with the one that you originally chose and invested in, this is how you feel for the one that you will lose. Very sad. So this is a challenge for you. Obviously, crowning the reading is this beautiful, clean, Queen of Swords energy, wanting to suss out the facts. So the Queen of Swords, after all, is fair. She is an excellent strategist. This person, and I'm speaking of you really in the third person, if you're a female Libra, you are wonderful to go to. If I'm looking for someone to help me with strategy, you and the Queen of Cups are the opposite. I'm sure that you probably wouldn't have a whole lot of respect for the Queen of Cups in terms of decision making. She makes all of her decisions with her heart. All of her decisions with her heart. Yes, she does. So she probably comes to you every now and then looking for strategy. You may go to her looking for comfort. In any case, the bottom line is there is a decision that Libra, I believe, is trying to make, male or female, and I believe it could be male in this case. And of course, in Libra style, logic is the main is the sort of impetus behind this decision making. But then why do we have this, as the subconscious energy? There's some static down here, arguing with oneself, competition. These are wands, after all. They are not swords. This is passionate arguing. These are people with different talents, different but equal talents. There's competition here. There is no winner, no victor yet. So in the recent past, I do believe, Libra, that the decision, you sort of half made the decision, you may have announced it, but this is how you feel. So why do you feel this way? I think you feel this way because perhaps you made a decision based purely on logic. We do have your major arcana card at the bottom of the deck. And I'll come to this in a moment, because this is not in any way about pure logic. It is not about justice in the way that in our society that we look at it. It's not about punishment. Not at all. These scales are filled with solar energy. This sword is blue. It's blue because it has empathy, you know. And there is a quote for this card. It is the mysterious order of providence, dedication to the highest thing. It is like breathing of the spirit where it wills. And we have no canon of criticism when spirit. There really are no hard and fast rules or laws when it comes to the justice card. It's spiritual justice. The idea of that card is that there is no justice without spirit. Okay, so in the very near future, this is looking wonderful. We have the Hierophant. Now, this is not just marriage, but when the Hierophant shows up, there is a very spiritual side to the Hierophant. And it is something like this idea, of the mysterious order of providence. It's not that you can ever punch into a computer. You can never have a program that will tell you what's right, or in America or in Canada or in Sweden or in any country in the world, a law that's better than any other law or a set of laws. It is just simply what ought to be done or what ought not to be done, and that is something that only spirit can decide, and you can decide that too if you can tap into spirit. But you're going to have to get a little bit less swordsy, okay, to do that. As your tool, however, you do have some Aquarius energy, which is wonderful. Sorry, somebody took a bite out of Aquarius there. They're just so tasty. So we do have the Page of Swords here. Now, this is an excellent card. And it's intellectual curiosity, the intellectual curiosity of the Aquarius, but let me show you what Aquarius imports into their intellectual curiosity. Up here, there's a formation of birds, and the formation is in the shape of a fish. And what that means is Arthur Edward Waite meant, by the way, Waite was a Libra, by the way. What he meant to say was that this intellectual curiosity of Aquarius is inextricably linked to emotion, all right? So you can take that from Aquarius as a tool. It's an excellent tool. And let me show you what is the main outside influence, Libra, the Ten of Cups, all right? This isn't anything to do with pence or money. This is the Ten of Cups. This is what you want, what your heart wants, what your heart desires. What you fear is the Magician. Do you fear that you will simply concoct something? Or do you fear that what you're looking for is artificial? Or that you might trick yourself into thinking that you want something that you really don't? I think perhaps that the Magician is in this position because it's your hope. You're hoping to manifest what it is that you want, and so be it. By the way, did you notice that we have the Justice card and the Magician both on the table? Do you notice that both of these people have one hand up, one hand down, one hand up with her sword, one hand down, one hand up with his wand, one hand down. So both of these are channeling spirit, both of these characters. You could also be hoping for a Virgo or a Gemini or someone with that in their chart. But I do believe that the most important thing here to remember, and it looks like the outcome is going to show us what's going to happen, is that this Justice card, ironically, your own major arcana card, which, everyone looks at it and they think, oh, it's justice. It means, oh, there will be justice. And no, it's not justice of this world at all. And this karma back here is not even karma in the way that we speak of it. So there is a quote from the Quran. There are several quotes from the Quran about karma, but their idea of karma in the Quran, they do not seek to inflict suffering on others for things that have been done wrong. Their idea, of karma, there's a cute little saying of the Moses, who was sent to deal with some of the Pharaoh's assistants, was treated very badly. And in the Quran, there is a saying about karma, and that is that because they treated him badly, that some things happened to them afterwards, and mention was made of, and look what happened to them. But the idea of karma is not that you get punished for bad things. It's that by importing spirit, you actually can rid yourself of bad karma. You can skip having to pay the karmic debts by literally immersing yourself in spirit. Well, the outcome, there's two cards for the outcome. The first one was this, which shows that you're on the verge of making this decision. I believe between the person that you invested in originally and the new person that you really want. And I was wondering, the card that we got to clarify it is just perfect. Sorry, I got cut off, Libra. The card to clarify the Two of Pentacles. This is Jupiter in Capricorn, by the way, so you could be making a decision, Libra, about an earth sign. But I think that is simply just decision-making and deciding between two people. It looks like a decision will be made, and it will literally, as they say about the Eight of Wands, hit the target. And I believe that you've made a decision that will make you very happy spiritually, because this card, sometimes they call it the arrows of love. It's Mercury in Sagittarius. It has to do with victory, love, hitting the mark. It is associated with the Ace of Wands. And you'll remember the Ace of Wands has 8 little fertile leaves that come off the rod. And that card leads us directly to the 8 of Wands. So I believe that what you will do is choose the newer of the two. And I believe that you will do so without feeling like this or like this, because you will be brought back to this, which reminds us that there is no right or wrong. There is simply what is spiritually correct. And I think that this is your turf, Libra. Anyway, let me know if it resonates. Thanks so much for listening, guys.